it had been 4 days since my symptoms had initially appeared. So by the time I got myself tested and the report was expected, I had come to believe that no, it's all right, I don't have COVID. So immediately as I saw the report, my first and immediate thought, even though for a fleeting moment, was of disbelief and denial. And I thought, नहीं मुझे कैसे हो सकता है? But as soon as that feeling went away, my first thought was the safety of my family. And therefore, I immediately, my wife and I were in the same room when I opened the report on my mail, and I immediately requested her to clear that room, and she complied. Once I had done that, then I think the next thought, and which was a more durable thought, fortunately not too durable, was that of panic, and I really got scared. We told our son not to come towards this room, and I immediately shut the door. And then on the phone, we discussed and set up protocol as to how we are going to do things, how things will be brought to me, how I'm going to make requests and all that. Immediately after that, the action was to inform the people who needed to be informed. And the first person to be informed was my doctor, who had advised me this COVID test. And I sent him my report. I informed, the family and some very close key friends and professional colleagues. Of course, next thing was, which is, I think, a kind of peculiar habit of mine. In order to ensure that I don't forget anything, I created all the events, the medicine taking events in my calendar. Yeah, the family, of course, family, friends, everybody were very, very supportive. The support of the family was, of course, in a different level of order from support of friends, because support of friends was mostly, moral support in nature, but family was providing a lot of physical support, everything that I needed. So, and the family kept telling me ki, don't worry, abhi theek ho jayega, it's a question of 7-8 days, don't worry at all. Even though they themselves might have been scared, which they were actually, as I learned later after recovery, I found that all the what if analysis for future, all the planning for, critical events that used to happen behind my back in different rooms, making sure that I couldn't overhear. I had a lot of support from some of my friends who were, couple of weeks ahead of me on this corona curve, people who had just come out of corona. And this actually often led to, partly funny situations where I'll call up a friend and say, yaar, kya hal chal? And he asks my hal chal, and I say, just been diagnosed corona positive. And then they'll say, okay, welcome to the club, because we've just come out of that. But then, best part was they told me not to worry. They told me that, it takes a cycle, it'll get over. You don't need to be worried at all. And I realized that, there was no need to panic. First thing I did was to catch up with a lot of old personal and professional friends with whom I had somehow lost touch over time. And I would call them up and we'll chat for like 40, 50, 60 minutes at a time, because, we were catching up after such a long time. And the funny part in this was that some 80-85% of them told me that they had also just come out of corona. It was rare to find anybody who had not been afflicted by corona himself. And they all assured me that, it's a question of a few days of time and things are going to be all right. Now, besides this, I found time for lots and lots of TV, which you actually don't get even during the work from home days. But when I say TV, I must point out that that's only about entertainment programs. I made very sure not to watch news at all, because around that time and even today, the news is very scary. The way things are, and I dare say the way they are projected, it tends to scare the shit out of you. One more thing I avoided was this WhatsApp Institute of Medical Sciences. There's so much of advice coming on medical issues from all directions that if you start following all of them, then, well, only God can help you, even doctors can't. So I made sure that on all the groups, wherever I was active and such advice used to come, I'll promptly delete all such videos and messages before I have a chance to read them, lest I read a couple of lines out of that and I feel scared. So, of course, there was There was music. I listened to quite a bit of music during that time. YouTube, and I discovered, some crazily interesting things on YouTube. There's a particular channel on YouTube which just shows underwater scenario. Hours of underwater creatures, very serene, multicolored, organisms just swimming around in the sea, very quiet, nothing around. You can keep watching that for 2 hours, 3 hours, and it will be very, very peaceful. And of course, there was, it was catching up on the lost sleep of many years. The song that gets me by has always been the same one. It's a very old song. It's called Eagle by ABBA. It gave me a lot of strength during the isolation COVID period also. I would have generally listened to it at least once or maybe twice in a day, and would have repeated in my mind maybe 4 or 5 times a day. When you are repeating a song in your mind, then your mind is more active than just listening to that song. So that helps you even more. I must have watched 2 to 3 episodes of Boston Legal every day. I think I finished 2 seasons of Boston Legal during this period. I found a very nice one on Netflix. It's called, it's about the medieval history of England. It's called the Last Kingdom. It's about those warriors and horses and swords and, the church and the politics and, interesting. IPL matches in the evening. And I watched some old Hindi movies, comedies, Chupke Chupke, Jaane Bhi Do Yaro, many more. I can't even recall all the names. But I did a lot of TV watching during this period. For the years, my reading habit has kind of become vestigial, but there's one book which I had been reading before that, and I got a chance to finish this. It's a very interesting book. I don't know if you read that. It's called That Will Never Work. It's written by Mark Randolph, who's one of the co-founders of Netflix. The book is basically about, how if you want to set up a successful business, you have to go for ideas which will never work. I have realized the value of, whatever we've been given. Okay. I realized that every day in our life is useful. One should never underutilize the time that one is spending. Make every day count, as they say. Because, at some stage when you're feeling that, I don't know if my days will end soon. And that's when you think that, I wish I had utilized my time better. So you realize the value of relationships that you have. As I said earlier also, there are so many relationships with friends and colleagues that tend to become vestigial over time. People get busy with their lives and they don't keep in touch anymore. It's very important to keep in touch with people. And I learned this. And third thing, I must say that there was a severe shortcoming I had in my personality. And I realized the value of kindness during this time. And I learned that one must always be kind to people around you. I resolved to myself that I'll always try to be kind to anybody that I interact with, whatever be my mental or physical state. I may be under a lot of time pressure. I may be a lot of pain of my own, but I'll never get rid of that pain or my work pressure by taking it out on others. We must have faith. We must have faith that our body is intrinsically capable of fighting viral infections when they occur. We have to have a positive mindset. We have to have a belief that we can fight this. That definitely improves our chances of getting healed faster, getting healed per se. So there is no need for any panic. Have full faith. So 0% panic, 100% precaution.